Welcome back. As we connect more with our devices, technology companies that make and power those devices have to use more data centers, and they take a lot of energy. Katie Fehrenbacher of GigaOM is joining us to talk about some creative ways of powering those data centers. I should also say, I guess, some green ways of powering the data center.
Exactly.
So what's going on that's different from just, sucking energy off the grid?
Right, so Google in particular is being really creative about new ways for cleaner power and also more energy efficient data centers. So for example, there's this one in Georgia that they're using recycled wastewater to cool the data center.
Now, I read your article on GigaOM, and you said basically if you flush a toilet in that area, you're helping to cool. So is it really using anything that's out there? Okay.
Yeah, so like the utility is already recycling some of this wastewater, and what Google did is they started working with the utility and they built this plant that siphons off about 30% of the wastewater and uses it to cool the data center. And then whatever water isn't completely evaporated in that cooling process, it cleans it and then sends it back to the local river.
It's pretty creative. And we were reading recently about Apple doing something kind of creative in North Carolina?
Exactly.
Okay.
So Apple is kind of leading the way, and they're building this massive data center. And then next to the data center, they're building this huge 20 megawatt solar plant, and they're also building a very large fuel cell plant. So these cleaner forms of power will provide a small portion of Apple's total energy footprint for this data center.
And it's interesting because you cover this stuff really closely. Fuel cells are not really all that prevalent, so Apple is sort of guessing on how they may power these things in the future.
Yeah, this is a really new technology. I think it's coming from Bloom Energy, which is a Valley company. They haven't confirmed that, but that's a company that's, it's pretty young. It's a startup. It's backed by venture capitalists in Silicon Valley, and they created this technology that uses natural gas or biogas to basically create electricity. Apple likes it because it's going to be powering 24/7 the data center, but unlike solar, where solar only powers during the day and not at night, but it's only going to be a very small portion of the overall electricity use of the data center.
But the more iPods and iPads and iPhones we use, Apple's going to need more in that data center and eventually more ways to power it.
Exactly.
All right. Katie Fehrenbacher, thanks for stopping by from GigaOM. Stay with us. Tech Now will be right back.